What tip or piece of advice do you constantly see that you strongly disagree with? AM meteorologist. Do not get under a highway overpass to hide from a tornado. It is possibly the worst place you could be. The wind gets forced into a narrow channel because of the bridge, and it increases the wind speed and likely ends up burying you in debris. Not to be seen for 3 weeks when they dig your body out. That stupid video from Andover KS in 1991 has killed so many people in the last 30 years. Edit to answer a few FAQs from the replies. Do not stay in a car. If the tornado is strong enough to throw heavy things at you, it's strong enough to throw the car. Only in extreme cases would I ever advise trying to escape, as in leaving your home to get in a car and get away. The path of a tornado is relatively narrow and quite erratic at times. By the time you're sure it's going to hit your house, you have literally seconds left to react. If you leave sooner, there's just as good of a chance that you would have been fine at home. Here's the Andover video. The part I'm talking about starts at 1 minute 30 seconds. You can find the link to this video in the description box below. Never give up. Sometimes you have to realize your efforts were futile and move on. Something I learned in engineering school: fail hard and fail fast. A slow burn of failure only results in you wasting your time and energy. Good things come to those who wait. Tell that to the people who don't go to the doctors when they get a tumor. Maybe good things happen when people are patient, but waiting usually isn't part of that. For example, you can't just wait for a promotion. You have to be working towards it and patient for an opportunity to come up. Sometimes that means keeping an eye out for outside opportunities. The point is, you usually can't just wait for it. Health advice on Facebook. God help us. Oh hun, your child is complaining that his face is swollen to twice its normal size and he can barely breathe, and you want to take him to a doctor to get pumped full of chemicals? No. What you need to do is buy my essential oils kit. I guarantee your precious little angel will stop complaining forever. All the BS quotes about don't let others dull your sparkle. Other people don't understand what you're trying to achieve. If they don't benefit you, cut them off. Most of the time, these quotes just enable narcissists to be selfish and not consider others. Just don't be an asshole. It's not hard. Narcissism as self-help is huge right now. This is what you get when fake celebrities are giving people advice instead of licensed professionals. Blanket advice. Any advice that assumes it will fit everybody equally is advice to avoid in most cases. On the other hand, the best advice I have ever been given is to not listen to anybody for advice, as it is tarnished by their own experiences. Also, don't take advice is the worst advice imaginable. We all have unique experiences and draw things from them that can help people heading down the same path. Don't trust generalizations isn't great advice because plenty of generalizations come from people's generalized experiences. Example, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Better advice is, get lots of advice before making a decision. It'll complicate the decision process, but you go into your decisions prepared. Family is everything. Popping out a kid does not grant you knowledge on how to raise a child. Terrible people have kids and expect to be prioritized because family. You can cut out toxic family members. You can choose your own family with friends who support you and give it to you straight. Life is too short to be chained to toxic people simply because you're related. Some people should never have kids. Period. Yet they are the people who have them. My sister, a horrible human being, is on her second kid, and I just know that both kids will turn out just like her. Lazy, lying thieves who manipulate everyone to get what they want. Time heals everything. Absolutely helps with perspective, but discounts all the hard work and intention that goes into healing. I'm gonna sound like an edgy weeb, but it. One quote that has always stuck with me was a quote by Itachi Uchiha. Time doesn't heal pain, it only teaches us to live with it. Which is absolutely true, because all the stories of people getting raped or abused, do they just forget about it and live normal lives? No, they have to live with it, and no matter how much it hurts, they can't let out their true feelings in order to fit into society. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes bad things happen, and all we can do is to learn to live with it. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes the reason is you're stupid and make bad decisions. Marion G. Harmon, Ronin Games. I never realized how much I hated this phrase idea until my dad died. There is no reason to remove someone good and kind and important from my life. There's no lesson to learn from him dying that I need to get through my life. I will never say that shit to anybody ever again. My dad died 3 weeks ago, and my dog died yesterday. And damn, I feel every single word of this deep down. My dad was an incredible man and father, and my dog was the sweetest boy. There just can't possibly be a good reason that either of them had to die. Live every day like it's your last. Begrudgingly doing something because you think you'll miss out is pretty toxic and desperate behavior, not to mention selfish in certain situations, as well as impulsive. I prefer live every day like it's your first, meaning free of prejudice or judgment. You're an open book who is curious about your surroundings and also has no preconceived notions about the new things you'll encounter. If today truly were my last day, I'd be ditching work to go free solo some dangerous rock climbs. If I lived every day like it was my last, well, soon it would be. That you need to clean your plate. If you are full, stop eating. Otherwise, I think you forgot the difference between being full and being stuffed. Follow your heart, literally the worst advice to give someone. Your heart is deceptive and illogical. Never follow your heart unless your brain is involved as well. If you just do everything on a whim without any plan or reason, you'll get yourself into a lot different situations, and 8 out of 10 times, they don't go well. Do not follow your heart. Just be yourself. What happens if you are Hitler? You're perfect just the way you are. What a pleasant lie. Besides, who you are is a work in progress throughout the entirety of your life. If you aren't happy or getting results just being yourself, then maybe there are things you might need to improve on. Along those lines, you are beautiful. I always cringe at that. I'd much rather hear, it is not your job to be beautiful and perfect, or your appearance has very little to do with who you are as a person. When someone is upset or feeling down and people say, there are bigger problems in the world, really isn't helpful at all. If a person is already feeling down, what good is thinking about more larger scale problems gonna do for them? It just makes me feel bad for feeling bad. Then I feel bad for feeling bad, then I feel bad, which locks me in a feedback loop of misery. They're bullying you because they're jealous of you. BS. Kids bully each other because they're evil. Worse one, he treats you bad because he likes you. Oh boy. I had a pediatrician tell my 7-year-old daughter that. We have a new pediatrician. For prospective US-based law students going to the best school you get in, I hear this time and again. This is really horrible advice for most people. Firstly, most people shouldn't be going to law school. Period. Secondly, ranking only matters if the difference puts you in or out of a top 14 ranked school. These top 14 schools benefit from better employment opportunities with elite firms, known as Big Law, and better opportunities with federal clerkships and academia. However, a lot of these jobs actually suck. Like, you will die internally suck. And going to these schools pretty much guarantee you'll have over $200,000 of law debt. So, for most people that go to law school, which again, shouldn't be many people, I often say to go somewhere that minimizes your debt. That should be the biggest consideration for most people. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what piece of advice you constantly see that you strongly disagree with.